Welcome to our exploration of deformation in O-level physics, specifically the 50-54 syllabus. In this video, we'll break down how forces can change the shape and size of objects, focusing on tension and compression. Deformation is a fundamental concept that helps us understand how materials respond to external forces. Whether you're preparing for exams or just curious about physics, this journey will clarify key ideas and experiment. Let's start by understanding what happens when a force acts on an object and how these changes are measured and analyzed. When a force acts on an object, it can change both its shape and size. This is the essence of deformation. For example, stretching a spring or compressing a block demonstrate these effects. The diagrams shown here illustrate different types of deformation, such as tension and compression. These are the main focus areas for this chapter. Understanding how forces cause these changes is crucial for analyzing material behavior and predicting how objects will respond in real-world situations. Deformation can be categorized mainly into tension and compression. Tension occurs when an object is pulled, causing it to stretch, while compression happens when an object is pushed, making it shorter. These two types are fundamental in understanding how materials behave under different forces. The diagrams help visualize these concepts, making it easier to grasp how everyday objects like springs and rods respond to applied loads. Understand the relationship between force and extension. An experiment is conducted using a spring. The apparatus is set up as shown, with the spring initially at its unextended length. This means no force is acting on it yet. As loads are gradually added, the new lengths of the spring are measured. The extension is calculated by subtracting the original length from the new length. This process is key to observing how the spring reacts to increasing force. During the experiment, data is recorded in a table. The table includes values for mass, load, length, and extension. As the load increases, the spring stretches further, and these changes are carefully measured. Recording accurate data is essential for analyzing the relationship between force and extension. This step lays the foundation for plotting graphs and understanding the mathematical connections in deformation. Once the data is collected, it's time to analyze the results. By comparing the load and the extension, we can see how the spring responds to different forces. This analysis helps us understand the direct relationship between force and extension, which is a key concept in physics. The next step is to visualize this relationship using a graph, making the connection clearer and easier to interpret. Graph is plotted with load on the y-axis and extension on the x-axis. This visual representation shows how the spring stretches as more force is applied. The shape of the graph for a spring is typically a straight line up to a certain point, after which it curves. This point is crucial in understanding the limits of proportionality and the behavior of materials under stress. Point P on the graph is known as the limit of proportionality. This is the point after which the load and extension are no longer proportional. To this point, the force applied to the spring is directly proportional to its extension. Beyond this, the spring does not obey Hooke's law and the relationship becomes nonlinear. Understanding this limit is vital for predicting material behavior and ensuring safe designs. Hooke's law states that the force applied to a spring is directly proportional to its extension, provided the limit of proportionality is not exceeded. This means that as you increase the force, the extension increases in a predictable way. The law is fundamental in physics and engineering, helping us design springs and other elastic materials. It's important to remember that this relationship only holds true up to the limit of proportionality. Mathematical expression of Hooke's law is F equals kx, where F is the force, k is the spring constant, and is the extension. The spring constant k tells us how stiff the spring is. A larger value of k means the spring is harder to stretch. This equation is used to calculate the force required to achieve a certain extension or vice versa. Understanding this formula is essential for solving physics problems related to springs and elastic material. Spring constant, denoted as k, is defined as the force required per unit change in length. Its SI unit is newtons per meter nm. The spring constant varies for different springs depending on their material and design. A higher spring constant means the spring is stiffer and requires more force to stretch. This property is crucial in engineering applications where springs must meet specific requirements. Calculate the extension of a spring, subtract the original length from the new length after applying a load. This value x is used in Hooke's law to determine the force or spring constant. Accurate measurement is key to reliable results. This calculation helps in experiments and real-world applications, such as designing suspension systems or measuring forces in mechanical devices. Graph of force versus extension is a straight line passing through the origin as long as the spring obeys Hooke's law. The gradient of this line represents the spring constant, k. After the limit of proportionality, the graph curves, indicating that the relationship is no longer linear. Recognizing these features on a graph helps in identifying the properties of materials and their limits. Equation F equals kx is used to solve various physics problems. For a particular spring, the ratio of force to extension remains constant, allowing for easy calculations. This principle is applied in engineering, manufacturing, and everyday devices. Knowing how to use this equation helps in predicting how springs will behave under different loads and designing systems that rely on elastic materials. For a given spring, the ratio of force to extension is constant. This means you can use the equation to compare different loads and extensions. For example, if you know the force and extension for one scenario, you can predict the outcome for another. This method is useful in experiments and practical applications, ensuring consistency and reliability in measurements. Different springs may produce graphs with varying gradients. The gradient represents the spring constant, and a steeper gradient means a stiffer spring. Understanding these variations helps in selecting the right spring for specific applications. The diagrams illustrate how the gradient changes with different springs, making it easier to visualize and compare their properties. When multiple springs are used together, their combined spring constant depends on whether they are arranged in series or parallel. In series, the combined spring constant is less stiff, resulting in more extension. In parallel, the combined spring constant is more stiff, leading to less extension. Understanding these combinations is important for designing systems that require specific elastic properties. In a series arrangement, springs are connected end-to-end. The combined spring constant is calculated using the formula 1K equals 1K1 plus 1K2. This setup results in a less stiff system, meaning the springs extend more for a given force. Series arrangements are used when greater flexibility is needed, such as in suspension systems or shock absorbers. In a parallel arrangement, springs are placed side by side. The combined spring constant is simply the sum of the individual constants, K equals K1 plus K2. This setup creates a stiffer system with less extension for the same force. Parallel arrangements are used when strength and minimal movement are required, such as in heavy machinery or structural supports. Understanding deformation and spring constants is essential in many practical applications. From car suspensions to measuring devices, springs play a crucial role. Engineers use these principles to design safe and efficient systems. Knowing how to calculate and combine spring constants ensures that devices function as intended and withstand the forces they encounter. Different materials respond to forces in unique ways. Some are elastic and return to their original shape, while others deform permanently. Understanding these behaviors helps in selecting the right material for each application. Elasticity, stiffness, and strength are key properties that determine how materials will perform under stress. Elastic deformation occurs when an object returns to its original shape after the force is removed. Plastic deformation happens when the object does not return, resulting in permanent change. Recognizing the difference is important for understanding material limits and ensuring safe designs. Most springs are designed to operate within the elastic range. Stiffness is a measure of how much force is needed to deform a material. A stiffer spring requires more force to stretch. This property is determined by the spring constant. K. Engineers use stiffness to design systems that need to resist deformation, such as bridges, buildings, and machinery. Measuring force accurately is essential in experiments and practical applications. Devices like force meters and load cells are used to determine the amount of force applied to an object. These measurements help in analyzing deformation and ensuring that materials are used within their safe limits. Extension is measured by comparing the original and new lengths of a spring or material. Precise measurement tools such as rulers or calipers are used to ensure accuracy. This step is crucial for applying Hooke's law and calculating spring constants. Reliable measurements lead to better understanding and application of physics principles. Springs are used in countless real-world applications, from pens and mattresses to car suspensions and industrial machines. Understanding deformation and spring constants helps in designing these products for durability and performance. By applying the principles learned in this chapter, engineers and scientists create solutions that improve everyday life. Let's recap the main ideas covered in this video. Deformation is the change in shape or size due to applied forces. Hooke's law describes the relationship between force and extension for springs, up to the limit of proportionality. The spring constant measures stiffness, and different arrangements of springs affect their combined properties. Accurate measurement and understanding of these concepts are essential for physics and engineering. For O-level physics exams, remember to define key terms like deformation, Hooke's law, and spring constant. Practice drawing and interpreting graphs, and understand how to calculate force, extension, and combined spring constants. Reviewing experiments and real-world examples will help reinforce your understanding and prepare you for exam questions. If you're interested in learning more, explore advanced topics like material science, elasticity, and engineering applications. Understanding deformation is just the beginning. These concepts are foundational for many fields, including construction, manufacturing, and research. Keep exploring to deepen your knowledge and discover new applications. We've covered the essentials of deformation, Hooke's law, and spring constants in O-level physics. These principles are not only important for exams but also for understanding the world around us. By mastering these concepts, you'll be better equipped to tackle physics problems and appreciate the role of forces in everyday life. Thank you for joining this journey through deformation and spring mechanics.